Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions or any entities they represent. This podcast is about dating experiences. It is not to say one dating app is better or worse than another.
It's no accident that sounds like you're leveling up in a video game. 48% of 18 to 29-year-olds have an online dating profile.
Make them work for it.
45% of people say they're more frustrated with this form of dating than hopeful.
There are so many people you can connect with.
Should I swipe right?
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong. Setting the record straight on dating apps. Everyday people telling everyday stories of the swipe right world with your host, Chaos.
Well, I know he had a good time.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, whenever you're listening to the podcast. Welcome to the Swipe Wrong podcast. I am Chaos. This is the number one podcast amongst people who put the F in farmers only. Bonus episode in the Upside Down, week 1. We've got some fun stuff for you this week. We've got something that, as each one of the bonus episodes will be, didn't make the primary episode, but we loved the stories and thought we'd save it for the in-between time when we're working on season 3. So this is a great little bit, great little story, good part of the conversation that I think you guys will enjoy. So as we keep coming to you each week, dropping every Monday, putting out new material for you guys to enjoy. You'll hear some more stories as we keep going through and lead up into season 3. So you know the drill. Like, follow, subscribe, email us at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. Or give us a call at 317-426-6616. The great thing that's going on is just there's the outpouring of support that we have. So thank you everybody for that. Thank you, Jay, as usual, for putting everything together and getting it set up for you guys to enjoy it. So you know how it goes. Sit back, relax, enjoy it, put your feet up, grab some popcorn, get it buttered if you want to. Don't hit that person next to you in traffic, and enjoy dating in the wild.
I have friends that talk about like an alpha male. Like, I want an alpha male. I want a guy that's in charge, like whatever. And that is my beef with Bumble, is I think we're creating like a world of betas because the guys don't have to do shit. And guys, I'm sorry, this is somewhat of a stereotype, but at the heart of it, the majority of men are lazy. They're just they take the path of least resistance, whatever that is.
Can't imagine that. Yeah.
And Bumble fully supports that. Yes. Like, let me just make the woman have to take the initiative and do everything. And so, there's this whole thing of like, I don't have to put in a lot of effort. So back to my point, as I'm off on my tangent here, is that
I like it.
If guys are like not initiating text or let's meet or let's do something, that kind of also, even if the text is funny or whatever, it also kind of is like a clue to me that like, I don't know. I feel like you're kind of lazy and not going to be the one carrying the conversation and like whatever.
Yeah, that's, Bumble. I didn't think about that until somebody had mentioned that before about they don't like Bumble because they're the ones who have to initiate. And then I've seen many times on Bumble when a match has come through where I just get like the one that you talk, hi. And I'm like, all right, so this is probably somebody who doesn't want to initiate the conversation, but knows they have to open it up. Yeah. It's at least different. You can understand that in Bumble, but like on Tinder or Facebook dating or whatever, when anyone can open the converation, right. You're just kind of like, all right, so it's a totally different way. Like if I got a hi on one of the other ones, I'd be like, oh, shit, yeah, I've got to do my hair in that shape.
Well, and I don't really mind the initiation. The thing I like about the concept is that there's a forced move on somebody's part, right? Right. So like, because that's some of the frustration in the dating app to me is that like we match on Tinder, nobody takes an initiative to do something. It's like, what's the fucking point? Like nobody's getting off their ass and doing anything. I will say as a female, when I'm on like Tinder and Bumble, I'm like, I gotta make all the effort on Bumble. So if you want to fucking talk to me on Tinder, then you fucking make the effort because this is exhausting.
Yeah.
So like I do get lazier on the apps where I'm like, because I'm like, dude, you got it easy on Bumble. And I know you're on both. Like I've seen you there. So like, just like fucking show me you've got a set of balls and do something. Like, because I got to do it over here and I'm tired, you know? But I'll do it on Bumble, fine. But like, can we have a partnership here and you pick it up on this one? You know?
Yeah.
But but my point with the Bumble thing is that I do think that we're making it so easy, especially I just feel like people are falling into this like text culture or, you know, where nobody knows how to have a conversation anymore or calls anybody on the phone or any of those things. Yeah. And so it's just very like, I feel like I don't think I had a girlfriend and we decided we were going to go. My one friend calls it meeting somebody in the wild. Like,
I like that.
Who does that anymore? Right. Like, and as single parents, it's really hard, right? Like when and where are we going to meet people? Mm-hmm. But a girlfriend and I decided it was like a Sunday night. We both like football. She's like, why don't we go to a bar? Like guys are at bars watching games, right? Like, let's go to a bar, watch the game, see what happens. Nobody would talk to us.
Yeah.
And I was talking to one of my guy friends about it, and he was like, they don't know how.
Yeah.
And he's like, he works with a lot of younger guys that are like in their late 20s and 30s. And he's like, they're all on the dating apps. And I was like, why? Why dating apps? Like they should be out and about, like meeting people. And he's like, they don't even know what that means. You know?
So I have a pretty big personality. So, and there's no such thing as a stranger. I am the strangest of the stranger. Right. And so like I'll start a conversation with somebody, you know, like old school, like fucking stereotype at a grocery store. Yeah. And like half the time it is like awkward communication to where they're like, all right, is this dude going to follow me to the fucking parking lot? Yeah. or they just don't know how to carry the conversation. Like it's like, if there's not a fucking phone in front of their face, they're like, let's exchange numbers just so we can text later and meet after we have, you know, other stuff. Like it's or like, I'll just like, all right, that bar scenario. Like I'll just, I had somebody who was wearing a Palm Spring. No, it was, so I'm from California, and there's this place called Pismo Beach in California. Someone's wearing a Pismo Beach sweatshirt, and I saw this in the middle of Podunk, Indiana, and I'm like, "Oh my God, Pismo Beach!" And the chick literally like looked frightened, and I was like, "Whoa, I've rode motorcycles there. I like it there. It's a good spot." She's like, "Okay," I'm like, "Oh fuck!" So it's so I do think weird.
It is harder for you guys, and a couple of my girlfriends and I were going through this whole of seeing a guy at the gym. You know, she was like, her and I both had seen these guys at, you know, we work out at different gyms, but we were both like, man, there's this guy I keep seeing at the gym, you know? And we were talking about that. I was like, I don't think a guy can approach me at the gym. And I get that, like, because that's a very, like, that could go badly for you as a male, like that. Yeah. So we were like talking about that and like, how do we approach him, or how do we make it known that like we're open to being approached, you know? Right. I do think it's a lot harder, obviously, for guys, because it can come off, right? Like you said, you can scare someone, so to speak, even when you're trying to, and you can get a really bad reaction. So like, I try as a female, if I'm open to that person, I try to open the conversation or like make it overly obvious that like I'm open to talking. Because I do think it's hard, but I also think that guys just don't even know how to do it anymore. I think it's like a lost art.
Oh, it totally is. So there's two things like I think of when you bring that up, because I haven't been a member of a gym in a while. I just have stuff here, but one, everyone's got headphones on.
Yes.
So it's like you literally got to throw your fucking water bottle at them to get their attention. Sorry, I didn't realize it was full. I thought it was empty. My fault.
Let me dry you off.
Yeah. And the other side too, like from a guy's perspective, I very rarely have I hit on a girl at gym, and the other because like I'm so also worried that it's gonna like I'm just here to work out, like leave me the fuck alone.
Correct.
Like
and I can totally see that because I am in that mode at the gym for sure. So I get it.
the two girls, I guess, that I've gone out with from gym after my 10 years of going to the gym, we happen to be walking in at the same time or walking out at the same time. And just so happened to, I don't know, just conversation just started or something. I've also been known, like, if I see a good looking woman or something like that, and it's at a girl, so, hey, by the way, just want to let you know you look beautiful today or something like that. After the shock value comes up, like, all right, this guy's going to follow me to the fucking parking lot. I saw Dahmer. I know what happens here. If that goes away, then maybe it ends up going well, but sometimes it's just a train wreck. But yeah.
I give you props for trying, because I don't think too many guys even try anymore.
It's gotten to the point to where I know that compliment is just the compliment, just to give somebody a good day. Because after that, it's like, I feel like if you've ever seen Deliverance, I'm going to bust out, you got a purty mouth or some shit like that. And it's just not going to go well. Thank you for being along for the ride on the Swipe Wrong podcast, where we take everyday people like you and me telling their everyday stories of their swipe right life. Show is produced by Jay Pelham. He is the host of Pelham Place. If you want to reach out to the show and tell us your story, we'd love to hear it. Give us a call. Google Voice us at 317-426-6616. Leave your information and we'll get back to you, or just your story. You can also email us at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. We are on Insta, Facebook, TikTok. We're out there. I am Chaos, the host of Chaotic Commentary. You can find me pretty much anywhere that you see me. And next week, the saga continues.
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong.